What's going on, everybody? It's me, Mark Robertson, back in, and today is a long-awaited episode that a lot of you have been excited for me to talk about, and it's for one rookie that is in quotes because technically he is not a rookie. He's played in Euroball for quite a few years now, but he is a rookie, or he was signed to the biggest rookie contract in the history of the NBA. And we'll just have to wait and see if he gets to the percentage of what he has been predicted to be. So, of course, before we get started, just got to thank you guys for always staying with the community. We did end up going down a few subscribers, but we regained with those people that returned. Thank you so much for rejoining the channel. We are still currently at 266 subscribers. I know that we can get to 70. Who's the next 4 that's going to join? I don't know. Please keep sharing my videos to whoever enjoys the Kings that are your guys' friends. Really appreciate your guys' support. And keep on hitting the like button while you're down in the comments talking about who this player's lowest ceiling, middle ceiling, and highest ceiling is. Make sure you guys just quickly hit that like button and then hit that red button right next to the like button if you have not subscribed yet. And hit the notifications button and click on send all notifications so that you guys are a part of my 6-man squad. And make sure you guys comment down below within the first 5 minutes of this video going up. Hashtag 6-man hype. I'll know that you guys are part of the 6-man squad, and I'll see you guys down there. Oh yeah, and the like goal today is 50 likes. Know you guys can hit it right out of the park, and you guys are the best. So, today's sub of the day is going to be Mr. Bill Nye. No, and I'm not talking about Bill Nye the Science Guy. I'm talking about Mr. Bill Nye. Mr. Bill Nye. The man who is always very supportive down below. Thank you so much. You're always giving me good support. Always giving me good criticism on how my videos are going. What I need to improve on. Always saying that they're getting better and better. I'm glad that they're getting better and better. I hope everybody thinks my videos are getting better and better because I'm trying to work very hard on these videos. Thank you so much, sir. Hope you continue support. And yeah, let's get right into today's video. So, episode 5 will be completely based around Mr. Bogdan Bogdanovic. He is going to be fantastic. They didn't sign him to no super 3-year, $27 million for nothing. He is a great player, and his game will It's like an 85% chance his game will transfer completely over to the NBA and maybe even get even better. Because he was playing on a team with a lot of NBA potential talent players and was playing against very difficult opponents, not only in the Olympics, FIFA ball, Eurobasket, and EuroLeague. But let's wait off on that. First, we're going to get to his stats for the EuroLeague this year. Bogdan Bogdanovic can play point guard, shooting guard, and small forward. Yes, I said all 3 of them because he has shown in multiple games that he can assist between 7 to 9 assists a game. If you get a shooting guard like that, you get a backup point guard that can come up. If somebody ends up getting injured for a little bit, you can have at least a backup point guard to play with. And having Bogdan play backup behind Frank Mason if it comes up to that point later on in the future once George Hill is no longer on this team and De'Aaron Fox takes the reign. But Bogdan Bogdanovic from Serbia played last year's season with Fenerbahce and is 24 years old. He's a 6'6" combo guard and has played in 22 games last season, averaging 28 points a game and 14.6 points a game, or 28 minutes a game, and 14.6 points a game. He has some fantastic shooting numbers. Shooting 50% from the field, 4.9 of 9.8 from the field. That is fantastic. That is going to be great. There was a game recently where he played, it was just like a friendly game that they had before Eurobasket started, but he played where he only missed like 1 shot and took 4 3-balls from like deep. And went 13. He had 13 points and 9 assists that game, which was fantastic. I saw highlights. One of you guys sent me the highlights. Thank you so much for sending me those highlights. I like to see that on Twitter. If you guys haven't followed me on any of my social medias, make sure to go hit the links down below in the description. They will be down there for you guys to hit. And I hope to see you guys on all my social medias. But moving on to his 3-ball. This is where this guy gets good. This is where this guy gets really good. 43%. 43%. 2.1 for 4.9 attempts. So he's taking a very solid clip. And when you watch this guy, he doesn't just take 3 balls. The EuroLeague line for 3 balls is closer than the NBA line is. He's taking NBA range 3s on almost every single attempt. Almost every single attempt, this kid is taking NBA. He's not even a kid. He's 24 years old. He's a man. This man is taking NBA 3s. NBA 3s. That's undeniably talented right there. Then we move on to his rebounds. 3.8 rebounds. 0.4 O boards and 3.4 defensive boards. If he can translate that to about 4 boards a game, that'll be fantastic for us in the future. 3.6 assists. I see that going up to more like a 5 assist count in the NBA. He is going to be a great facilitator, a great passer at the shooting guard, getting 1.1 steals a game and 0.4 blocks. He was getting blocks very consistently in those 22 games. Not in the sense of, obviously they're not going to show on the board a lot, but he was chasing people down with a good clip. And the only downside I would have to see is, like, hopefully with being such a talented player, sometimes the ball gets out of his hands sometimes and he gets the 2.4 turnovers and 2.4 fouls. I think the 2.5 fouls will be great, will be fine in game because you still get 6, so it's not going to really affect you if you get 3. That's going to be fine, as long as you don't get 3 before halftime. I don't think he'll be at that situation. But 2.4 turnovers. If he can become a little bit more focused on the ball, which he's already greatly focused on the ball. I'm just saying, like, a little bit more focused on keeping the ball, not turning it over too much. That would be great for our team. We just want, with the history of the Kings being known as for the last few seasons as the team that turnovers a lot and being close to the lowest in the NBA, like bottom 5 in the NBA for that, we need to get that better. Moving on to what he's good at. All-around fantastic shooter. Can create his own shot and can create shots for teammates. So when he's going for... I've seen the play where he got a O board and he was trying to back down on somebody and all of a sudden he just like turns around and pulls up from the 3-ball. That was such a great creative shot. That was fun to see. And then I've seen shots where he wants to take the 3-ball but then he passes it to somebody in the corner and that person makes the 3-ball. So if he can translate that would be great. Great defensive game. Can steal the ball on any clip. Can, like I said, chase the ball handler down the court and get blocks off the glass, which is good to see. Can be very clutch when he needs to be. He really can. I've seen all the videos where he is hitting these clutch end of the game buzzer beaters that are just winning them the game. And then whenever he drives to the basket, he's super aggressive for that basket. It's going to be very, very fun to watch him play. It'll be interesting to see the shooting guard, the starting shooting guard battle between Bogdanovic and his sharpshooting counterpart teammate from the Bahamas, Buddy Hield. It'll be fun to see which one of them shoots better. Be fun to see which one of them coach will want to go to first. He might want to start with Buddy just because he's seen Buddy with more minutes, and then maybe move on to Bogdanovic if Bogdanovic gets really good, or have Bogdanovic play small forward. It'll be fun to watch to see that battle. Moving on to the lowest, the medium, and the highest. And this is where I really, really want to hear you guys' support down below. With how many of you guys really want to see this episode, that means there's a lot of you guys that are willing to put down in the comments what Bogdanovic's lowest ceiling, middle ceiling, and highest ceiling is. And for his lowest ceiling, he will become the Atlanta Hawks version of Kyle Korver. This is just an automatic start out. Great shooter, but becomes very streaky over time. He's a great option when his team needs fast points. That has always been the case with Kyle Korver when he was on the Hawks. I'm not talking about Kyle Korver on the Jazz. I'm not talking about Kyle Korver on Chicago. I'm not talking about Kyle Korver on Cleveland. I'm talking about the Hawks Kyle Korver. The Kyle Korver who was a part of that starting lineup that all went to the Eastern All-Star game, or Eastern All-Star team. He was just a great overall shooter. You had to make smart plays like the Kings did for that one home game where they had to have somebody in the blank corner because they knew that somebody would try to swing to that corner to get a three ball off. They guarded it very well. Korver could not get the ball and could not take a three, so you got to always be playing around that guy. So if that could be the kind of situation where it's like, oh, you got to keep two people on him as a shooter, that would be great. Moving on to his middle ceiling. Manu Ginobili. That's who his middle ceiling is. Fantastic shooter, but not always the option at the starting shooting guard position. You saw that over his career in San Antonio, he's the only 2 years that he started most of his games, and so there was a year where the first year was he played in 74 games and started all 74, and then the second year he played in 79 games, or played in 80 games but started 79. So those 2 years were 04 to 05 and 10 to 11. Those were the only 2 years that he really started for their team. So I feel like that's where it would end up being. Bogdan just become that backup shooting guard. The fun fact, though, about that is those 2 years are the 2 years that he became an all-star, which was crazy to see, but I don't know. I think Bogdan watched it become an all-star more than that, so we'll just have to wait and see. Moving on to his highest ceiling, and a lot of you guys have already predicted what I'm about to say next. Bogdan Bogdanovic is going to be the next Peja Stojakovic. He has already, and I'm not talking about New Orleans, I'm not talking about Dallas, I'm talking about the 0-2 Peja Stojakovic. I'm talking about the Sacramento Kings, Peja Stojakovic, the one that we retired in our rafters, the one that's in our front office right now. He is one of the best shooters in NBA history. He is on the list for most three-pointers taken. The one person that has overtaken his three-point count in the last year was Steph Curry. Steph Curry had to go past Peja Stojakovic to move up in that three-point shot. Peja Stojakovic doesn't matter on whatever team he's on. He was a great shooter no matter what. No matter what. And when he was on the Kings 0-2 Dream Team, he was an all-around fantastic teammate for that team. Doesn't matter if he was playing defense. Doesn't matter if he was passing. Doesn't matter if he was just straight out lighting up people from the three ball. He was taking threes no problem. If Bogdan Bogdanovic turns out to be literally the GOAT, he will be the next Peja Stojakovic. And honestly, if Harry Giles becomes Weber and Bogdan becomes Peja, we already have the Dream Team 2.0. It's already in place, everybody. There's so much more to talk about this one player, but in a whole of this entire team, this team has good rookies for this season and will have fantastic players up and coming. We just gotta wait, give it some time. It'll be fine. Just imagine, even if I think we can be a possible 40-win team next year. Not saying that we're gonna make the playoffs, but if we do, the way I want to see next year happen is it either we're so good that we make the 8th seed, or we're so bad that we get the top two pick. We got to be one of the two. We got to be either so good that we make the 8th seed or above, or we're so bad that we get top 2. If we get top 2, I either want Michael Porter Jr. or the kid that just committed to Duke. I think he's a power forward. Marvin Bagley, power forward. I know that we already have power forwards in the set, but this kid is phenomenal already. This kid was supposed to come in next year or 2 years from now as the number 1 pick. This is going to be so hard to choose who the number 1 pick is this upcoming year. I can't wait to see what the Kings will do this upcoming season. I hope you guys can't wait too. This ends the rookie part of the season. The next 4 episodes will be dedicated to our sophomores of the current Sacramento Kings team. And I can't wait to talk about that kind of stuff. Make sure as you guys comment down below who Bogdanovic's lowest, middle, and high ceilings are. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell, become my hashtag 6-man squad. Share my videos, and I will catch you guys later, Hoop fans.